Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Focus on Abhi. So today's my topic about awareness. Okay, before going to start my video, I'm going to give you a small task. Like in this frame, two things we are going to miss out or it's going to be replaced. So at the end of the video, I'm going to ask you. So stay tuned with me and without wasting the time, let's start the video. I consider self-awareness very important because I believe it is the foundation of personal growth and success. What is self-awareness? If I ask you, how many of us have asked ourselves the question, who am I? How many of us have asked ourselves, what do I want? Well, these are ancient questions, but contemporary once again as well. Becoming self-awareness is about the process of understanding ourselves. For me, knowing ourselves means being able to assess realistically several dimensions of ourselves. It is about knowing what our strength, the things we can do well, knowing our weaknesses, our present limitations. It is about knowing what we want future more. It is about knowing what we don't want as well. So how many people are aware in this universe? The George Gurdjieff used to say that again and again, that man as he exists is a machine. He offended many times because nobody likes to be called machines. Machines like to be called gods. They feel very happy and puffed up. The Russian psychologist Pavlov and the American psychologist Skinner, they reached 99.9% they said about man that they believe that man is a beautiful machine. That's all. There is no soul. I say 99% they are right and they will miss by a small margin. If you look around, you will be surprised that man seems to be the most asleep animal on the earth. They had lost their consciousness. If you become a mind, you lose consciousness. Mind means sleep. Mind means noise. Mind means mechanicalness. So there are three laws of awareness. So let's go to the first one. First one is that awareness and centering. So awareness and centering, these are like 2 points are there. First we'll go to the awareness and then we'll move to the centering. First, it must be understood what is mean by awareness. You are walking. You are aware of many things. Of the shop, of people passing by you, of the traffic, of everything. You are aware of many things. Only unaware of one thing, and that is yourself. You are walking on the street and you are aware of many things and you are not aware with yourself. So this awareness of the self, George Gurdjieff has called self-remembering. Gurdjieff says constantly, whenever you are remembering yourself, you're walking, be aware yourself. You're eating, be aware yourself. You're listening, be aware yourself. You're speaking, be aware yourself. When you're angry, be aware that you're angry. In the every moment that anger is here, be aware that you are angry. This constant remembering of the self creates a subtle energy. A very subtle energy is you. You being to be a crystallized being. So now coming to the centering. So centering means the simple feeling of oneself that one is create a center of stillness, a center of silence, a center of inner mastery. It is an inner mastery, and when I say inner power, I mean it literally. That is why the Buddhas talk about the fire of awareness. You have to fight with your own anger, greed, your sex, because you are weak. So really, anger, greed and sex are not the problems. Weakness is the problem. Your energy becomes concentrated, crystallized on a single point, and self is born. Remember, not an ego, but self is born. So when I was doing theater, so my acting coach taught me that Few of characters, they are walking with different kinds of body languages. Few of them walking with their nose, few of them walking with their chest, and few of them walking with their center part of the body, or we can say navel. So mostly first one, those are walking with the nose, like 70 and 80 years, those who are old man, they are walking with the nose. So nose means head should be forward, and they are used to walking with this. And second one, those are walking with the chest, like bouncers and who did gym or bodybuilder, they used to walk with their chest. And third one, those who walk with the center part of the body, straight walk. And let's move to the second one. So second law is that mind and meditation. When the mind is without thought, it is meditation. When the mind is without thought, into its state, either in deep sleep or in meditation. If you are aware and thoughts disappear, it is meditation. If thoughts disappear and you become unaware, it is deep sleep. Deep sleep and meditation have something similar and something different. One thing is dissimilar in both, thinking disappears. One thing is dissimilar. In deep sleep, awareness and also disappear. In deep sleep, awareness also disappears, but in meditation, it remains. So, is equal to deep sleep plus awareness. So, you relaxed as it in deep. You are aware, fully awake, and that brings you to the door of the mysterious. Now, let's move to the third law. Ask for feedback at home and at work. So how are we supposed to know that what other people think of us? We have to listen to the observations of our peers and mentors and let them play the role of an honest mirror. Tell your friends you're looking for an open and critical perspective. Make sure they know that they are helping, not hurting you. Share your concern, your behavior, and ask your friends to warn you when your bad habits shown up. So I'll give you two examples. So when you're giving a presentation, and after presentation you have to ask with your friends or colleagues, okay, which portion you like the most and what should have to improvement. And second one, suppose I'm making this video. After making this video, I am going to ask with my friends, I want their feedback. Which portion you like the most? What should I have to improve a lot? So these are the feedback process. And let's move the last one, that how we can boost our awareness, or we can say that we can live in awareness. So I'll give you 2-3 examples. So first one is that how many stairs in your home? I know last 20-25 years you have been staying in your home, but you don't know how many stairs in your home. Second one, we should have to know our vehicle's number. Any vehicles, any kind of vehicles, we should have to know our vehicle's number. Third one is that if you are introvert type, then try to observe the people, try to observe their body languages, their gestures, how they are talking. And fourth one is that suppose you went to any place, like you went to a village, or you went to a city, or you went to a mountain place, try to collect all the information. And if you collect all the information, you get the thoughts, you get the ideas, and you get the knowledge. And that's it. And I hope guys you like the video. And finally, I remember that thing. At the beginning of the video, I said you something. And what I said you something, try to remember. Yeah, 2 things we are going to miss out or replay. Okay, if you know the answer, so that you can comment me. I'll see your comments and I will just reply you who's the right person. And why I give you this, like, for small talks, like because I want to see how much aware you are in this video. And if you like this video, please do subscribe Please hit the bell icon so you can get the notification below, and do share with your friends, and see you on next video guys. Bye bye.